Okay, so here we are, guys. It's the end of 2024. And here we are with the question: did INART improve in 2024? Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Brother Cus's Toy Reviews. And that's right, I'm back with a great topic, a real interesting topic. Did INART improve in 2024? It's kind of a loaded question because we all know that a lot of people always seem to scrutinize INART. People always got something to say about INART, but also people are very excited by INART at the same time. It's like you either love them or hate them. And it just seems like a lot of people honestly love them, or if they love or hate them, they still feel compelled to talk about them, at least in the 1/6 scale collecting community, especially here on YouTube. But the thing of it is, they seem to be a hot topic with content creators or collectors in general, and as they should be, because even with all the scrutiny that they get time after time, they seem to actually rise to the occasion and deliver great products. That's the funny thing to me. They have proved time after time, the naysayers to be wrong often about their pieces. And their pieces, honestly, I mean, are fantastic. They really are. Yes, they're sometimes they send out things that they have had figures come out that had they've had two left feet. I think it was one Batman. It was a couple Batman that were shipped out that had they had two left feet, stuff like that. And QC issues happen. Look, we get it. QC issues do happen, and it especially sucks when you're waiting months, sometimes years for a figure, and then you get that figure and then it has a QC issue. It quite sucks. Now, the biggest thing for INART, and I think where they get the most scrutiny, is the delivery process. The fact that they don't have distribution here in America, or it's very little distribution here in America. If you want to get something from INART, you really gotta you gotta go to somebody like Kit or Spec Fiction, 1/6 Kit or Spec Fiction. So it makes it kind of hard with 1/6 Kit. I get a lot of my INART stuff from there, and it's been good. But I know some people can be impatient with Kit, and Kit has no problem telling your ass off. So it is what it is. But Kit will send you your shit. That's just what it is. He will. Kit will send you shit. But fortunately, I never had an issue where I got something from Kit, from INART, and it wasn't right, or it was missing something and I had to ship it back. So I don't know what that process is. I've never had that happen. And then I know a lot of people also go to Spec Fiction, and the problem with Spec Fiction is you gotta wait for your shit like forever to get it. And it's already a long enough wait to get figures from INART. So it's this is where they have the most scrutiny. This is where people seem to be the most impatient with them. And we're going to bring it up, influencer batches. And I know that also pissed off a lot of people, that you see certain people get it in hand before others. Hey, I look at it like this: I'm not of those influencers. I get stuff from other companies, we know that, but I don't get stuff. I have to wait like you guys to get stuff from INART. And I get it. When you see other people with it and you're like waiting on it, it can be a little frustrating. But you just gotta know like this. I mean, influencers are a way to get the word out, and that's just what it is. It's PR, especially when you can't get distribution from like Sideshow or any other big American chains. So they have to do what they have to do, and that's the way to look at it. That's just what it is. I mean, it does suck. But here we were talking about the question: did they do better in 2024? And honestly, I kind of think they did. I feel that things this year came out and was delivered quicker than they were in previous years. I do. For instance, I think a lot of people actually have the Superman in hand right now, and I know a lot of those people probably got it from Kit, and the batches have been seen to be coming very quickly. Now, if you got it, I think this was one of the Superman was one of those rarities where they had global shipping. If not, I know other places like Big Bad Toy Store actually were offering Superman. Now, at the time of filming this video, I don't think Big Bad has shipped any just yet. But if you got it from 1/6 Kit, you're actually getting your Superman. A lot of people have Supermans from Kit, and that seems good. That is definitely good. I myself got mine from Kit, and it was a great process, and I got it, and it is an amazing figure, and I just love it. So yeah, and that took like what? Superman came out in, I believe, October. It was like late September, October. I had it in late November, so that's like a 2-month wait period. So that's damn good. So I think they got better with that. They got better with that one. Another one, Aragorn. I got Aragorn from 1/6 Kit. I think I bought it about. I think I pre-ordered it maybe a year and a half ago. And when that released, I believe in March. Was it March or April? I think that released actually in April. I actually had it in hand. What was it? 4 or 5 months later. I think it was I think I got mine in early November or late October. So it was about 4 months, about a 4-month wait. Was it? I can't remember. I think it was the summer. That's right. It came out I got Oregon. I think it was actually released in June, and then I got it in late October. So there you go. It's about 3 to 4 months. So once again, the wait on that, not bad. Now with Gandalf, the wait was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous wait. With that one, it took like, Jesus, it felt like it took 10 years to get that figure, to be honest with you. But for Aragorn, it was much better. So for those two releases, they seem to be getting them out pretty quick. Now, as for the Batman, a lot of people had to wait. People were waiting damn near all year to get that Batman. And I know a slew of them came out right before the holidays. Yours truly included was able to get mine. I actually got mine from Ray of Hogwarts. Shout out to Ray. Ray is actually getting a lot of INART figures at this point. So yeah, if you're looking for INART stuff, hit up Ray of Hogwarts. He'll hook you up. But yeah, a lot of people were waiting for the Batman, and it was getting quite crazy. And I think that had a lot to do with the whole with it being multi-tiers, with it being so many different SKUs. You had the standard version, you had the premium edition, you had the all-in set. So you got 3 SKUs right there. So I think that's the reason why it took so long for that particular one to release and come out. And yes, they had the batch system with that one where they were getting, I don't know, it felt like maybe 10 per batch. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if that's right, but it felt like that. It took collectors a while to get that figure. And I know there's people that are probably still waiting on that figure. And look, I get it. That is very upsetting. It really is. But I mean, once they got the figure in hand, I mean, it was like all was right with the world. The figure looked amazing. I know when they initially released photos of that figure earlier on in the year, people were like, what the hell is this? The figure doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It's just bad photography. And when people got it in hand, they were singing his praises, and some people feel that it is better than the Hot Toys. I recently acquired that figure, as I said earlier, and I think it's better than the Hot Toys. I really do. I mean, I'm selling off my Hot Toys figure because I don't need it, because that one is much better, and it's like right back there. But it's that much better. So, there is a wait for their figures, but they do a good job with the figures themselves. Same with Aragorn. I know some people felt that Aragorn was a dip in quality from what they seen in the solicitation photos, but that final product to me was great. And if it wasn't, it could be a dip in quality, or it could be the photography. I don't know. The more I look at it, it seems that it could be possibly a dip in quality, but it ain't that much. It ain't that much to really talk about. honestly, if it is a dip in quality, because that figure is amazing. That is an amazing looking figure. Honestly, that's probably my personal favorite figure of the year, honestly, because it's just great. It's just a great piece. Everything that I've gotten from InArt this year has been great. I got Gandalf early in the year, and like I said, that was a late one for me. I was blown away when I got it. I feel that it exceeded my expectations. When I got Aragorn, same. Aragorn, I remember calling Anthony Six Scale Mafia and was just blown away. I couldn't even talk. I was like, dude, this is a person. This is amazing. The cut and sew, the die cast sword, all of it just an amazing piece. I mean, I really felt I had something premium with that piece, and yeah, it was just a good one. And I feel the same way with Superman. To be honest with you, I was a little, I even though it's a great figure, I think it's the best Superman 1/6 scale figure on the planet at this point. It truly is. But when I pulled it out the box, I was a little underwhelmed because it didn't come with a rooted hair sculpt where that one little, S curl is that's rooted. But outside of that, I was like, okay, it was kind of a boring unboxing process, especially compared to something like Gandalf. But once you get that figure set up and you see like the colors and how vibrant everything is and how beautiful the head sculpt and how the proportions, once again, the proportions are with that figure, it just, oh my God, it looks amazing. It just has a presence. The shelf presence, mwah, chef kiss. I think InArt has done an excellent job with the three bigs. And the three bigs for me are tailoring, proportions, and head sculpt. And if you have those three, you got a great figure. And InArt has been killing it with that all this year. And with their figures in general. I mean, with InArt coming the way that they're coming, Hot Toys has had to step it up, and Hot Toys has stepped it up. The proportions are better now. The head sculpts are better now. Shit, even the hair sculpts are even better now. So they have stepped it up in every way. But they did that because of InArt. And so with all the releases that we've gotten this year, I really feel that InArt has stepped it up this year. I feel that they are getting better. They still have a lot of work to do. They still have a lot of improvement, especially with their delivering these products. I've said it once, I say it once, I'll say it again. This company what's going to make or break this company is the distribution. That's what it is getting these figures in the collector's hands as fast as possible with great quality. That's what they had to do. Now, another figure that they recently released that I thought is amazing, and they got it out in a record time, and that is the Paul Atreides. Paul Atreides is phenomenal. I mean, they really had that sculpt, the Timothée Chalamet. They got that sculpt down. I mean, just a great looking figure. If you ordered this figure, you should not be disappointed. And another thing, people are already getting shipment notifications from this figure. And yes, it's a global release. So once again, that's them getting better with delivering these figures. Now, at the time of recording this video, I don't think nobody still has it in hand just yet. The figure just released last week. But the fact that people are seeing shipping notifications is a good sign. It's definitely a good sign. And it looks like they're on the right track. And it's hard. I don't want to say collectors, we just need to be patient, because we're spending a lot of money on these figures. So if you're going to be demanding, and if you're going to have that scrutiny, you kind of have every right to. That's the thing. And I think InArt knows that. I know InArt people have been talking, saying, oh, where is John? They haven't been saying anything. They used to be so vocal in the community, but they're not saying anything at all. Honestly, for them, I think that's a good thing to do. I mean, look at Hot Toys. Look at Hot Toys. Hot Toys don't say shit to nobody. They just drop when they want to drop, and that's just what it is. And I think InArt should probably start taking cues from Hot Toys with that. I think when they first came out, yes, they were they were in the community, they were talking with us, they were getting ideas, they wanted to build relationships with people in the community and influencers. Like, God, I hate that word. Influencers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call it. They wanted to build relationships with us to get the word out. I get it. And in some ways that kind of backfired. It really kind of did. It kind of backfired. And I think that honestly, them kind of going dark right now is in their best interest. Personally, I just think what they need to do is just sit back and cook. That's what it is. Cook and get these figures out. Get them out. And that's what it seems like what they're doing with that Paul Atreides, a phenomenal figure. And let's not talk about the 4-pack. Come on, the Joker 4-pack. Now, I know it's a very expensive piece, and with Joker Fully Ado being a fully piece of shit, I think a lot of people are kind of backing off Arthur Fleck a little bit. So I won't be surprised if people start backing out of those pre-orders for that 4-pack, because it is, I mean, it takes a lot of space. But if you look at the review, and shout out to Dean Knight, come on, his review of that 4-pack is amazing. It made me a believer. Those figures look fantastic. I know some people were saying, oh, the red suit Arthur Fleck Joker, the face, it's a different quality. It's a different quality. Dude, it looks good. It may not be exactly what you've seen on the prototype, but for what we're getting, you can't deny it. It's amazing. It is amazing. It looks phenomenal. A phenomenal set. And honestly, I'm going to say it. I think that 4-pack is going to be a future Grail. I will say that. It's going to be a future Grail. I say that assuring you it's going to be a future Grail. So if you're, pre-ordering it, I would keep my pre-order. If you're thinking about backing out, I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you should sit back and just, pay that tab and get them and hold on to them, because I really think they're going to be something. It's going to be something special. You're not going to see those figures, not like that. We all know in Hot Toys is doing their artisan Arthur Fleck Joker, and I think a lot of people is going to get that one, and that's a good that's a good way to get, because you just need that diorama and the red suit, and that's it. But if you love that movie, the first movie, and you like art and you like great figures, that 4-pack is probably the way to go with you. It's probably the way to go for you. And the fact that INART was able to get that out the way that they're doing is amazing. Now, I don't know anybody outside of Dean Knight that has it yet, but if they can get that out to people in a record fashion in 2025, I think that would be another feather in their cap. So they definitely need to do that. They definitely need to get that done. But once again, with all these releases, I think they have done excellent with their figures. I know 1/6 scale, and for the price that they ask for their products, we're going to be demanding. We're definitely going to be demanding, as we should be. But I think they have met our expectations time and time again, personally. But I get it. They need to be scrutinized. They should be scrutinized. These figures cost a lot of money. A lot of damn money. A lot of money. People in debt, credit card debts, money is is scarce. Everything is high right now. People, if you're demanding money from people they're going to talk about you. They're going to scrutinize your product. But it looks like they're, rising to the occasion. It looks like INART is really rising to the occasion. And that's just how I feel about it. I think they're doing good. Another thing I think people are waiting on is their Harry Potter line. I know they got Harry Potter out, and that looks fantastic. I know a lot of people are still waiting for Harry Potter. They just dropped Ron as well, and Ron I think he looks good. I do think that one does have a slight dip in quality, but for what it is, it still looks good. I mean, find me a Ron, that looks that good. I mean, I know J&D is offering one, but not a lot of us have J&D money. You know what I'm saying? I think that INART is top quality enough. INART is already super expensive. J&D is just fucking ridiculous. It just is. If you got J&D money, man, you better have some stocks. You better have some meter. You better have your kid's college fund need to already be done, on tap, ready to go. Me, I ain't there yet. I ain't got it like that. I barely got in art money at this point. So, you know what I'm saying? That's high enough. And then Hot Toys is getting up there too with the artisan. Cause I look at every figure I got coming out next year in 2025, they damn near artisans. So between artisans and in art, Jesus, you know, I'm already spending a lot of money. So I can't do J&D. But going back to Ron looks good. Ron definitely looks good. You know, and another thing, you know, with that Harry Potter line, they also showed Hermione this year, and they showed Hermione with some weird looking NECA, you know, jointed legs. And INART heard the community, and they went back and they revised that. So, you know, once again, them keeping their ear to the street, listening to the community, and, you know, making necessary revisions on their products, especially for the price that we pay. We don't want to see, you know, some shoddy legs for, you know, a $400, $500 figure, you know? So it's real weird too. It's real weird to hear a bunch of old guys, people in their 40s, talk about a little girl's legs. It was just kind of, just wrong. Just wrong. Really, really wrong. Really, really wrong. But that's collecting. But yeah, you know, that's just my opinion on INART. And I know, like I said, they take a lot of scrutiny, and I know a lot of people have a lot to say about them. But in most cases, I think they did good this year. I do. I think they did good this year. I think they're improving, and that's just what it is. They're totally improving. Can they do better? Absolutely. Will they do better in 2025? We'll have to just wait and see. But anyway, guys, that's been my thoughts. Remember, like, share, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications, and all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Deuces.